Hello, I am rejected Sesame Street character Knifey McStabface, and this is Board Deck and Dice. Today we are doing a review for Bang the Dice game, and I'll start by saying that I haven't played any of the card iterations of Bang, so I can't compare them to that. I'm quite happy with the dice game, which we're looking at today. How convenient. So, at the start of Bang the Dice game, each player will be given 2 cards. A roll card from one of the 4 possible rolls, depending on player count, and a player card, which gives them a special ability and tells them their starting health. The first roll in the game is the roll of the Sheriff. The Sheriff is the only card that is revealed to everyone else out of the rolls, and they get 2 extra health on top of their identity card health. The Sheriff's job is to kill all the outlaws and all the renegades if there are any in the game. If they do that, they win. The deputy's job, and the deputy remains hidden, the deputy's job is to help the sheriff. The deputies win if the sheriff wins. The outlaws win if they kill the sheriff, and the renegade wins by being the last person alive. The renegade is an interesting role because at top player counts you can have 2 renegades in the game, and if they're the last 2 players left, they don't win as a team. They need to kill each other. Also, it's worth noting that the renegades don't want the sheriff to die before all the outlaws are dead, because if the sheriff dies, the outlaws win if there's any left. So even outlaws that are dead can take a win. So there is player elimination in this game. I'll come back and talk about that later. The other card people take is a identity card, which has a cowboy name, starting health here, which is done with these tokens here. You can get an upgrade pack for this with wooden bullets and wooden arrows, which is very nice. And they have a power. For example, Bart Cassidy may take an arrow instead of losing a life point, except to Indians or dynamites. When a player makes you lose 1 or more life points, he must take an arrow from El Gringo. And so on and so on. On a player's turn, they will take all 5 dice, they will roll them, and they will look at what they have. If they don't like anything, they could have up to 2 re-rolls of any dice, unless they roll dynamite. Dynamite cannot be re-rolled, and if you roll 3 dynamite before the end of your turn, you blow up, take 1 damage, and it's the end of your go without taking any actions. Beers can be used to heal bullet life points. They can heal you, or you can give them to someone else. The blue Gatling gun symbol, if you get 3 of those, you basically take a Gatling gun and spray everyone else at the table with bullets. Everyone takes 1 damage, and you can remove all of your arrows. So that's really handy if you've taken a load of arrows. Then the other dice faces have a 1 or a 2 on them. This indicates that you can shoot someone 1 seat away from you, so you're on your immediate left or right, or 2 seats away from you. Interestingly, at bigger player counts, you may not be able to shoot all the people you want to shoot. The other thing on there is an arrow. If you roll an arrow, you can re-roll it, but you immediately take one of the arrows from the pool of 9 arrows and place it in front of you. Once the last arrow is taken from that pool, you will take damage to the amount of arrows you have in front of you. So arrows can build up, be very harmful, and you may want to spray everyone with a Gatling gun every now and again to get rid of your arrows. The game goes until players achieve their end goal, and that team or individual will then win the game. That is Bang the Dice game. Bang the Dice game is a lot of fun. You have the combination of a hidden role game, trying to deduce who players are, with some clever rolling dice mechanics and Yahtzee mechanics. There's the frustration of you might work out the person sitting 3 seats away from you as the person you want to shoot, and you can't shoot them, so you're furiously trying to roll things that will allow you to do damage to them, like Gatling guns, or you're trying to roll beers to give beers to people who you think are on your team. The powers are really good and fun. Some seem better than others, but there's an awful lot of cards in here to add to the variety. The Indian attack works really, really well. The game scales quite well. Obviously, it's one of those games that's preferable at the higher counts because you get all the rolls. It works at the lower counts, but it is just a much better experience at the higher counts. I've had a lot of fun with this game. There was one time when my brother was playing, he was a deputy and I was the other deputy, and he shot the sheriff on purpose. He made the decision to shoot the sheriff because he thought it would mask who he was. Well, it certainly worked, because when my go came round, I focused everything I could on him, rolling every number dice that I could to shoot him, and took him out of the game, whereupon he revealed himself as a deputy. I went ballistic, revealing myself as a deputy, and the lawmen lost the game. It plays quickly, players often want to play again. The intimidation factor, everything makes sense, I feel. Some of the powers you have to read a couple of times and understand which part of the game they operate in, but for the most part the intimidation factor is very low. The rules are clear and concise, and the game is a lot of fun, particularly if you like hidden roll games with a bit of luck, a bit of push your luck with the dynamite mechanic in it. The dice work really well in this game, and it's one I've had a long time and I've been really happy with. Thanks for watching Knifey McStabface. I'm going to try and get back on Sesame Street, and I will see you next time.